Hi guys, welcome back to Snowbound. I am your host, Ember Snow. I just want to thank you guys for actually following me throughout all these series. I am having a lot of fun doing and answering all these questions. I actually have some more, so let's get right into it. Today's episode is going to be all about Ember because, yeah, you guys asked a lot of questions about me personally. This is the first question. You come across as genuine, like truly genuine and happy. What keeps you motivated? What do you do to stay on track? And how do you stay positive each day? Okay, this is a series of questions. What keeps me motivated? Just waking up keeps me motivated because you never know what's really going to happen tomorrow. So just waking up alone is just like, oh my God, wow, I'm awake. Okay. There's another day that I can do things that I haven't done yesterday. And just appreciating what I have. I do admit that it is a little hard, especially because being in this industry, you kind of have this tendency of like comparing yourself to other girls, but I try not to do that anymore. So appreciate whatever it is that I have accomplished, even if it's something small and even if it's not something in the industry, because you never know, like I said, what can happen tomorrow. For all you know, I can lose it all in a blink of an eye. So that's what that's what keeps me motivated and what keeps me on track, and also how to stay positive. Just if you have food, if you have a roof above your head, those are like the small things that we may have a tendency of thinking they're not a big deal, but it is, because there are so many people who don't have just those basic things in life. What TV shows or movies do you often rewatch and never grow tired of? I am actually recently going back to The Office and Arrested Development and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Those are a few. Those are TV shows. It's just, especially because I'm a night owl. I want to watch something lighthearted. Oh, sorry. I'm getting ahead. The next question is, what are your comfort watches? But yeah, as I was saying, I usually gear towards anything lighthearted, comedies, because they're so easy to watch and feel good, and you don't really have to commit or dive into anything too deep. Don't get me wrong, I love thrillers. I love something that has to do with dark themes. But yeah, I feel like with those, I have to invest in more. And then I have, excuse me, I have a tendency of like attaching to the character. So once that is over, I'm just like, or something happens to the character, then I'm just like heartbroken all about it. So at least when it comes to comedy and lighthearted shows, that's not what happens. And I don't want to have any bad dreams, night owl. So I just want to watch something that's going to make me feel good. And what is your favorite vacation destination, excuse me. So last year when I started Ember Does America, I actually fell in love with Monument Valley in Utah. And if you guys have never been there or have no idea what it looks like, you can Google. Or if you've seen Forrest Gump, that's actually this place where Forrest stopped running. You guys remember that? that it's beautiful out there. They didn't show enough of it, in my opinion, but it's like there's like red sands and like all kinds of rock formations. They kind of have that here in Vegas, but nothing like Monument Valley. You're like in the middle of nowhere, but not really because you're surrounded by all this nature. So if you love nature, check out Monument Valley. It's beautiful out there. And before that, I also went to Hawaii and New York City are like a given. I know they're completely opposite, but I do love the beach, tropical beach, and also the big cities. If you could become a master at any musical instrument overnight, which one would it be? This is like a no-brainer. Guitar. I've always been curious about guitar. And I feel like when I was listening to a lot of rock music back in the 2000s, I mean, I still do, but I mean, they're not that common anymore. I was drawn to the guitar solos more than any of the other instruments. It's always been, I don't know, it just seems so, it adds more drama into the song, in my opinion. So if I could, I would. I own a couple. I don't know how to play them. I've tried, but yeah, I wish I do know. I want to buy a piano too. And there is a specific piano that I'm looking at, but it's so expensive. So underneath guitar, piano is another one that I'm just like drawn to. Anything that has to do with the fingers. What is your exercise regime? Oh, come on. A girl doesn't reveal her secrets. This is the next question. Do you enjoy it? Fuck yes, I do. I love it. I feel like when it comes to exercising, though, this is my advice, because if it gets boring or it feels like it's a chore, find something that's going to actually be enjoyable for you so that you're looking forward to doing them instead of just like, oh God, I have to do this again. Okay. And then eventually it's just going to feel old. But it doesn't mean that just because you've tried something that works, it doesn't mean that you can't try other things that's going to make you feel good. Is it a burden of the job to stay at a certain body type? I think what you're asking is the industry putting in some pressure for me to be at a certain body type? If that's the case, no. I don't feel that kind of burden at all. I mean, quite honestly, I feel like before I even got into the industry, I hated how short I am. I hated how I still get carded. I hated my youthful looks, but being in the industry has actually made me learn to embrace those, because those are actually things that I can use in this industry for my advantage. But nobody in the industry has ever like, or at least not me, I don't know about the other ladies, but nobody's actually ever given me some kind of like push or criticized me for the way I look. But yeah, I mean, even if I wasn't in this industry, it's hard work to keep the body type, and I feel like it actually took me a few years to be in the best body shape or body goal that I've been wanting. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel the burden. When I was looking at Victoria's Secret Angels, because this was like before the Instagram models and it was all about the magazines, I didn't feel the pressure that I should look like them. I didn't feel like, I should be tall, like just this Barbie type. I actually felt like it encouraged me to aspire to be the best version of myself and be as close to that body type as possible, because they looked good. They were healthy enough. I'm talking about the Victoria's Secret Angels, not like the heroin chic kind of body type. But they still had some curves. They had flat stomachs. They had those 11 abs. That's the kind of abs that I've been working towards too, and I feel like I've come close to that. So yeah, whether I'm in this industry or not, I was working towards that anyway. So here we are. What food is your guilty pleasure you can't go without? Oh man, this is so easy. You really want me to answer? Because for those of you who really know me well, it's pizza. I love pizza. I love it so much that I feel like if I can't eat anything else, it would be pizza. Because if you think about it, pizza already has carbs, it can have veggies, it can have meat, and it also has dairy all in one. So that's it. That's I love cheese. I love cheese too. So I'm not the type of person who adds like Parmesan cheese on top of the cheese already, but if I can have like stuffed crust, my day is complete. What is your favorite book? I'm gonna say a couple of titles have popped into my mind just now, but I'm just gonna choose one. It's Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I feel like that's one of the classics that people should read, whether you like reading or not. It describes like a very deep connection between two people. Who is your favorite Looney Tunes character? You're lucky I actually grew up around this era. So, I know how to answer this question. It's giving you a hint, though, how old I am. Anyway, the question is, who's my favorite Looney Tunes? It's Daffy Duck. I feel like a lot of people like Bugs Bunny, but I was actually about to say Bugs Bunny, but I feel like it's too common. Daffy is a little bit more different, and it's more entertaining to watch him either win or lose. There's a follow-up question to this, though. Did you see the Space Jam movies? Only the first one. The original one. That's all you need, really. Like, what video games do you love to play? I love playing Assassin's Creed, Kingdom Hearts, and Resident Evil. Although, when it comes to Resident Evil, it's like I have to watch it in broad daylight. Everything has to be open. The lights have to be turned on. Or I need someone with me watching me play, just so that, I have company when playing Resident Evil, especially when it's like geared towards horror, because there is like other Resident Evil games that's not like, it's more action. But yeah, the ones that are like horror, it's like I have to have like some company when playing these games. Assassin's Creed and Kingdom Hearts are more doable. They're a little bit more lighthearted, but quite honestly, it's been a while since I played those video games, and everything has just been so much more advanced. I've lost touch. I used to be so pro in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, the multiplayer one. It's the mode called Manhunt. Basically, what you do in this is you're like divided into two groups, and there are 2 rounds. First round is you kill, and then the second round is you probably die. I thought that's how it was, but you don't have to hide and die. You can actually team up with the other people in the group and stun them. And when you stun the other opposing team that's trying to kill you, you actually get a lot of points. Especially when you have a good team who's like stunning you. Oh, you could be stuck there. You did like we can never die. So that's I miss it. I miss it so bad. I feel like I forgot how to play now, but I think if I do have a controller in hand, it's just gonna be muscle memory. But yeah, it's been quite a while. I want to actually start getting into it. Start my own Twitch so you guys can watch how good I am. I'm gonna get your support too, right? It's gonna be entertaining for sure. What do you do outside of your work? I kind of touched base on this. I love watching, whether it's movies or TV shows. I feel like there's so many TV shows and movies that I still need to catch up on. And especially today, because it's all about the streaming services. It's just, there's so many limited series and documentaries that I still haven't touched. Starting to, but there's just so much now. And the thing is, they're actually really good. So I used to watch other series, and quite honestly, I actually stopped watching something like The Walking Dead because I wanted to just binge the whole series. I didn't want to wait anymore. Excuse me. So I still need to go back to that. And like Better Call Saul. Don't tell me anything. You guys better not be like commenting down below. Don't comment me those. You can comment something else, but not like spoilers, please. But yeah, there's just so many. That's what I like doing the most. I like playing video games, as I mentioned. I also like reading, hence the what's your favorite book question, and eating. I love discovering different types of foods, not just pizza. There could be different types of pizza. But yeah, those are the things that I love doing outside of everything else. So if you guys have any suggestions for like books and video games, you kind of have an idea what I like. When it comes to books, I love thrillers. So, or like true crime. Give me something that's really good. I'll see if I can actually read it. Next question. Do you have bucket list of things you want to do? I do, but I'm just going to give you like my top 3. So the first one is going to be exploring the world. I mean, I started the whole Ember Does America thing because I feel like there's so much more to see here in this country, and I feel like I've only seen 1/3 of it. And I realized that in each state, it's kind of like going to a different country. So if you're thinking about the cost, you can start with your own country first. But yeah, exploring the world would be a bucket list because there are different areas of this world that I want to be able to experience. And then the second one is, you guys are probably not going to believe this too, start a foundation that has some charity work. I can go into specific details next time, but so just to give you guys a little hint, that is something that I want to do eventually. I mean, if I am actually rich, I want to be a philanthropist, not just like invest in like movies, but I also want to be able to help out others instead of just helping myself and my family. Those are the first 2, but spread the kindness and the richness. And then third one would be, come on, if you guys have seen or heard some of my interviews, you have an idea. You have an idea what my third bucket list item is. It's it's actually hooking up with Margot Robbie and Ana de Armas at the same time, or individually, whichever comes first. I'm not gonna complain. I don't think you guys would either. That is the end, okay? That's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for your questions. If you do want to ask some questions, these are all actually from my subscribers on my personal sites. Thank you for those of you who have, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. I do read them. Don't think I don't. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.